person. She's Masuma Singha, DAV Public School, Solan, HP. HP means Himachal Pradesh. हम लोग इतना used to हो गए HP and MP बोलने में. She has about 25 years of experience in teaching, which also includes ICSE and Cambridge board. So, a very wide experience, I should say, and more than 12 years of administrative experience. She's an MSc Physics and also an MPhil in Education. I think ma'am is more than now 8 years, ma'am, since you're being associated with CBSE. So
Yes,
it's been a long time, and we have she's done a lot of work with manuals and translations and other things put in together. So hope you all have a wonderful session. I'll again say, have a stress-free session. जो queries आपको सेशन से रिलेटेड चाहिए, किसी चीज से रिलेटेड चाहिए, डोंट पुट इट इन द मिडल, बिकॉज देयर आर लॉट ऑफ अदर रियली लर्नर्स हु वांट टू एंजॉय द सेशन. अगेन वन इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग जो मैं दोबारा नहीं चैट बॉक्स में देखना पसंद करूंगी, इफ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड मी, मैं थोड़ा हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में बोल देती हूँ. Attendance is not what we are looking for in this session. We would be sharing a link of assessment after the session. उस लिंक ऑफ असेसमेंट को जब आप लोग फिल इन करेंगे आफ्टर अटेंडिंग द सेशन विच इज रिलेटेड टू दिस, उसके बाद give us 2 working days so that we upload that assessment defined on those assessment. Your attendance will be marked by us. You will not mark the attendance on the portal, and after it is done, then only you can go give a feedback on the portal. It will not be here. The feedback is not being offered here on the chat box. So please don't ask me, because ये मैं इतना repeat कर रही हूँ ना, आपके 2 minutes extra ले रही हूँ सिर्फ इसलिए कि पूरे सेशन में मेरे को यही from the last 3 days मिलता आ रहा है, attendance form and feedback form. So we all get disturbed. हम enjoy करना चाहते हैं, आप भी enjoy करिए. Ma'am, I've taken 5 minutes of your extra, so I'll just give the floor to you. Thank you so much, and I think I'm clear, and we'll have a wonderful session. I know ma'am has really done a hard work on giving you something interesting. Thank you so much. Have a nice session ahead for you.
Thank you so much, Neeti ma'am. It is always a pleasure to be taking the session under the umbrella of COE Panchkula. Neeti ma'am has always been a big support for all the resource persons, and she goes out of the way to make sure that we are comfortable in whatever sessions the COE is always conducting. So, dear friends, today we are here to have a session on joyful mathematics. So as I assume that we are all maths teachers here, and even if there are some other subject teachers also, doesn't make a difference. Only a humble request that please keep a pen and paper with you, because this is joyful mathematics. You will need paper and pen. So if you're not having it, quickly grab a paper and pen. I'm not going to talk much about why mathematics should be joyful. We all understand that. In all the schools, in my past 25 years of teaching experience, I have seen that as children grow up, move to higher classes, suddenly mathematics becomes a big barrier. It's a mental block. And why that mental block is there? CBSE is doing a lot of activities, has brought about a lot of efforts have been done to make sure that mathematics becomes interesting at all levels. So in this session today, I'm going to give you a lot of ideas which you can use in your classrooms and especially online classes where you can make mathematics really joyful. So before making our classrooms joyful, let's try to make this session on mathematics little joyful. Please be ready with your paper and pen. There are 9 dots visible to you. It's like an icebreaker. My question to you is, connect these 9 dots without lifting the pen, and only 4 lines should be drawn. I'll repeat the question. Connect these 9 dots without lifting the pen, and only 4 lines should be there. Lines can cross each other. That doesn't make a difference. So when I'm saying line, so that means it has to be a straight line. Only you can draw 4 lines without lifting the pen. Please try it. Yes, I can see in the chat box, some of you have got it. Those who have, some are writing yes, done, very good. Excellent, excellent. So many of you have already done it. If you have not been able to do it, don't worry. Let me show you. So first line, this is my first line. Then don't mind my line because it is not going straight. This is my second line. Then the third line passes through these 2 dots. And my last line, fourth line, is going to touch. So 4 lines are drawn to touch these 9 dots without lifting the pen. Very good. Many of you have already done it. Now let's look at the second one. Let's test your IQ. You have to join the 2 boxes having the same number. But the line or the curve should not overlap each other. Please try joining 1 to 1, box 2 to the other box 2, and box 3 to the other box 3. No line should cross each other. Yes, if you have done it, please write yes in the chat box. I'm getting a lot of responses. Very good. We have 580 people out here, and I'm seeing rapid yes written in the chat box. Excellent. Now let me try to do it. 1 has been connected to 1. 2 has been connected to 2. Now we need to connect 3. So how do we connect? If I connect it from here, it is going to cross the earlier curve. So I'll do it from here. So this is how I connect my 3 boxes. I can still see people writing yes in the chat box. That means some of you are still doing it. This is another one for you. Just move just 1 matchstick to fix the equation. Only you can move 1 matchstick. Pick up 1 and you can place it anywhere. Please do it. Very good. Some of you are very fast. That's so nice to see that. Now somebody has written 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. How are you going to make it 0? You can't bring from anywhere else. You can just move it from here. Yes, I've seen the correct answer also. Please write down the equation. Yes, I can see the equation. Yeah, different answers are coming. Absolutely fine. 8 minus 4 is 4. That is one way. Somebody has written 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Yes, any of these can be done. Just see how many different answers come. So I'll just try one of them. So one is we can remove from here. So this 6, it will become 5, and this tick can be put here. So 5 plus 4 becomes 9. Or we can remove this plus sign, can be changed into the minus sign also. Thank you so much for answering in the chat box. I'll share a link with you in the chat box, and you'll click on that link. I've already shared the link in the chat box. Please click on that link. Are you seeing this kind of a thing? Click on the link. You will get it, ma'am. Somebody has written didn't get. It is already there in the chat box. I have shared it again in the chat box. Click on that link and see the question at the bottom. You have 2 jugs. One holds 7 liters and the other holds 5 liters. Neither jug has any marking. One can hold 7 liters, the other can hold 5 liters maximum. Neither jug has any marking, so the only amount you can measure accurately is when a jug is full. How can you measure exactly 4 liters? Please try it. You have to measure only 4 liters. Now suppose if you want to fill this one, I can fill it up like this. So it is showing 7. If I have to fill this one, it can fill 5. If I want to empty this is how I will click. It will empty. If I want to empty the other one, this is how I can empty it. For example, here I have filled the first one with 7 liters. I can transfer from here to the other one. So 5 liters goes into the other one and only 2 liters are left out here. Please try it. If anyone gets it, gets the correct answer, you can write in the chat box. You have to measure exactly 4 liters. That is the question. I'll also try doing it. I am filling the first one with 7 liters. I transfer 5 liters to the other one, and then I am left with only 2 liters. Yes, I can see one correct answer there. Now the second jug, I'll empty it. I can transfer this 2 liters into the second one. Now let us see, again fill the first one. I fill it with 7. I transfer to the other one. Now whole 7 will not go there. Only whatever is the space that will be there. So 5 has gone there and only 4 is left. So I can claim my trophy out here. And if I don't get the correct answer, I can always start again. So friends, what are we doing? We are making mathematics joyful. And for making mathematics joyful, you don't need big things. It is just small effort. It involves some innovative ideas which need to be implemented in the classroom, connecting mathematics with day-to-day life, having activity-based teaching in the classroom. We often use the term recreational mathematics. These days, technology can be incorporated into teaching maths to make it joyful. And any element of art, when it is integrated with mathematics, it automatically becomes joyful. CBSE had asked us to do a lot of art integration projects last year. And since then, I feel mathematics classrooms have really become joyful. And why do we need innovative teaching in the classroom? Because generally what happens, especially in mathematics, we need to break the monotony of the classroom, monotony of the learning, teaching, learning process. The traditional method where we just tell the formula to the children and children are busy solving questions after questions based on that formula without even realizing the application of that formula in the real world. So it is our duty as maths teachers to ensure that we do innovative teaching in the classroom and hence make mathematics a joyful subject. There are a lot of abstract concepts in mathematics. If we want the children to visualize it, I mean, simple thing for a small child, difference between a circle and a sphere. Many children, they are not able to understand that concept. And if we are just teaching them the formula, volume of sphere, and referring to area, surface area of spheres, area of circle, they memorize it before the examinations and then they forget after that. But if we use some kind of visualization, the children are going to remember it for a long, long period of time. Another important thing is that we need to present the concept in different forms, because all of us know that we have got different types of learners in the classroom. In order to cater to the needs of different types of learners, we need to present the same concept in different forms. And as I said earlier, abstraction and generalization of concept becomes very easy if we are going towards innovative teaching or if we are actually adopting this in our classroom. Now, please be ready with your paper and pen. This is a question. Shalab, he has 10 biscuits. Will you help him decorate the biscuits for his party? And what has to be done? Put icing on every second biscuit, put a cherry on every third biscuit, and put a chocolate button on every fourth biscuit. Please do it. The boy has got 10 biscuits and he has to decorate it in a particular pattern. Every second biscuit should be having an icing. Every third biscuit should be having a cherry. The fourth biscuit should be having a chocolate button. How many biscuits have no decorations? Somebody has written 3. 3. I'm getting the answer 3. We'll see. Now see how. Let's put all the 10 biscuits on the table. The question was, put icing on every second biscuit. So we put icing on every second biscuit. So icing has been put on every second biscuit. cherry had to be put on every third biscuit. The cherry had been put on every third biscuit. And a chocolate button has to be put on every fourth biscuit. How many biscuits have no decoration? Very true. Most of you have answered 3. So 3 biscuits have no decoration. When we talked of making mathematics joyful, you must be aware of performing arts when we are talking of art integration in a subject. And music is one part of it. If we can somehow involve music into teaching a concept, for most of the maths teachers, it would sound like an alien concept, because maths teachers, most of them are very serious, logical, and they think straight. So asking them to use music, and music can be great fun if we can integrate it in our primary classes. So I'll share one example with you. And this we call music plus mathematics is musimatics. It's no word, we have just created it. We did some activity in our class, in one of the primary classes. And we were teaching this concept, profit and loss. So this is the profit and loss song, which was sung by the teachers. I'm a very bad singer, but I'll just try 2 lines of it. सारा ज़माना है प्रॉफिट का दीवाना, अगर लॉस हो जाए तो तुम शोर न मचाना. So you can ask the children to continue talking, and by this music you can make them learn the formula also, and they'll really enjoy it. Storytelling, and we are talking of things, how can we make mathematics joyful? So let us look at various ways where we can make it interesting, make it joyful. Initially I'm giving you examples from primary classes. Now storytelling is another thing which children really love. If you tell them, open your books, today we are going to do this chapter, factors, and they will, only the intelligent ones, they would be actually interested in learning it. Others, they have to anyway take out books and notebooks because it is mathematics lesson going on, but they won't find it interesting. The moment you tell them that today we are going to do hear a story, and the story is related to topic factors, I can guarantee you, even in an online class of 40 children, everyone would be listening to the teacher. So we are teaching this chapter factor. Factor Bheem is there. And Factor Bheem, there was a famous sweet shop of Tuntun Auntie in Dholakpur village, and everybody called her Tuntun Mossi. Just see the excitement in the classroom which will be there. So this chap, he got full marks. So let me celebrate this moment by eating Tuntun Mossi's yummy laddus. So Bheem, he goes to Tuntun Mossi. Mossi, I'm so happy today as I got good marks. I want to eat 12 laddus today. Now Mossi replies, oh, that's great. Congratulations, Bheem. And here are your 12 laddus. So Bheem is very happy. Let me eat all the 12 laddus quickly so that no one can see me. So if he eats all the 12 laddus himself, so it is 12 is equal to 1 into 12. So it was one person, Bheem, who ate all the 12 laddus. Now when Bheem was about to eat the laddus, his friend Chutki came. and he thought he has to share equal laddus with her. So now there are two of them. Since he is a fair guy, he thought, let me distribute it equally. So 2 into 6. So 2 people and 12 laddus they are divided. Each one will be getting 6. Then there another friend Raju joined Bhim and Chutki. They became 3 now. So Bhim shared his 12 laddus among them. And now he thought he has to give 4 laddus to each one of them. So he did the calculations and 12 laddus, 3 of us are there. So each one will be getting 4. So 12 is equal to 3 into 4. Now came their friend Jaggu. So he changed his mind and decided to give 3 laddus to each. So 3 laddus were divided equally between 4 of them. So 12 is equal to 4 into 3. So at the end, the remaining 2 friends also joined them. Now finally, Bhim shared all the 12 laddus among 6 of them. And each one of them got 2 laddus, which they relished a lot. So 12 is equal to 2 into 6. Now when we are teaching this concept, it is not only mathematics. You should teach them some values also, why sharing is important. So many other factors can be ingrained into this storytelling. So therefore, what we have learned, factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. If we teach these children in this way, mathematics will certainly become very joyful for them. Role plays, another thing that can be done in the classrooms. Even during this on lockdown time, I'll share certain pictures with you. I'm not going to show you any video here. We recently had, last week, we had shape parade in our school. When I'm talking of role play, you can take any of the shapes. Either you can take as per the class which we are teaching. So that can be there, and children can be asked questions, or they can be asked to speak about triangle, rectangle. I'm going to share the pictures with you. This was the online activity which we did for all classes right from nursery to class 5. Last week we have done it. It was online shape parade, and initially even the teachers thought, how are we going to do it? But you just have to throw an idea. The children came up with beautiful results. So I'm sharing with you, and each one of them spoke. Even a nursery class child spoke one line about the shape he or she was holding. I'll just take you through these pictures. And this was done online, and we could see that even the parents were so involved in it. And how this mathematics is being made so joyful. Let's have a look at some more hands-on activities which can be done. If we are teaching the concept of ratio and proportion, children are very fond of these gems which are of different colors. Use them to identify how many red are there, how many yellow, how many blue, how many green. Then you can ask at random, what is the ratio of red is to green, red is to yellow. There's another activity, I Spy. So this is the picture given, and they have to identify the various shapes hidden in this picture. And this is what the result came out like. The whole picture was then made without the colors, and only shapes were reflecting here. If we have to do any activity on geometry, let's take the topic congruence of triangles. Children and be asked to prepare. You see this beautiful pictures that they have made using geometrical shapes. We can ask them to make different figures using the shapes that we are teaching them. You only have to throw ideas at the children, they'll come up with beautiful outcomes. With quadrilaterals, the earlier figures were with triangles, these ones were with triangles. Same can be done with quadrilaterals, any of them, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium, square, different shapes. Children will come up with different figures using these shapes. Now let us look at this topic, squares and square roots. How can we make it joyous? So this is an activity shown out here. We have this clock, and this clock has to be made. I want you to write down where this 12 is there. I don't want to write the number 12. At each of these lines which are actually showing the numbers, one under root has to come. So what should be the under root which should be coming at 12? Please write in the chat box. Yes, thank you so much, Priyanka Chauhan ma'am. 144. Please write it for 3 also. Where 3 is there, what under root should be there? I want you to write for 12, 3, 6, and 9. Yes, almost all of you have. I am seeing the answers coming in like a rapid fire. So yes, this is a clock which is made from square roots. And we can ask the children to do it. Moving towards algebra. Now, when we are talking of algebra, what happens is that, the children reach class 9th and 10th also, and if you ask them what is a constant, what is a variable, they are still confused about it, some of them. So when we are teaching them the concept of variable and constant, I think it will be good if we can show them certain figures. For example, in this figure, first one which is there, please write in the chat box, what is constant? You can see a road, or even you can see the second one also, there are buildings, trees, road, cars, so many things are there. What is variable and what is constant here? Yes. So almost most of the things which are seen here, so except for car, everything else seems to be constant here, because we are not seeing any animal or any person walking out there. So this road, bridge, building, trees, they are all constants, and the car is the only thing which is moving. So this is how one of the ways where how we can introduce constants and variables. Now, for example, this is a bridge. So similar example can be given again for constants and variables. And if we show them the pictures of bridge, maybe with a train over it, in certain classes, 8th class, I think these questions are there. How much time will the train take to cross the bridge? So it is difficult for children to visualize it, why the length of the train should also be taken into account. So if we can show them visually, it will become much easier for them. Yes, very true. Bridge is a constant. Boat, if the train is not shown out here, boat is variable. Rail track is constant. Thank you so much for answering. Now let us move towards e-learning. Now, during online classes, you can use whiteboard in the classrooms. I'm not showing it here because I want to actually take you through GeoGebra. And we have got time constraints. So I'll just share this, that you can use whiteboard in your classes. And the beauty of using this whiteboard.fi is that if you want to keep your intelligent students occupied, you can give them extra assignments. Whiteboard.fi, it helps in giving selective assignments. If you only want to give this particular, while the class is going on, you want your 2 children to do this, so they will be doing it and answer will come to you at the individual level. So at their own pace, the higher learners, they can be kept occupied. Various maths games are there these days on apps which can be done. Then we have the GeoBoard, and this is online GeoBoard. Otherwise, in maths labs, we were having the GeoBoards. Please try using online GeoBoards for making various figures. This can be used effectively in middle section, primary and middle section. 9th onwards, I would say, rather than using GeoBoards, it is better to use GeoGebra. So what are we trying to do? We are trying to develop critical thinking amongst our learners by giving them different opportunities. My next question is for you people. Suppose there are 100 people are there, labeled 1, 2, 3 up to 100, and they are standing in a circle. Person 1 has a gun. He shoots person 2. Of course, the second person dies. Then the gun is transferred to person 3. He shoots person 4, and the gun is transferred to person 5. The process goes on repeating in a cyclic order. Who will be the last survivor? Please do it for 5 people only. Let us forget about 100. Do it for 5. This is a very famous problem, and when children are taught C++ language, they actually write a program to solve this problem. And this problem is popularly known as Josephus problem, and I have taken this from Joyful Learning CBSE manual. So I said, please do it for 5 people. So as it is said, person 1 has got gun. He is going to shoot the second one. So if he is going to shoot the second one is down. Gun goes to third one. I can see different answers coming here. Somebody saying 5th will be there. Some is saying 3, 3rd. Somebody said 1 also. Let's see. So person 2 is down. Gun goes to person 3. Now if gun goes to person 3, he is going to kill person 4. So we are only now left with 1, 3 and 5, and gun is with 5. So if gun is with 5, person 1 goes down. So if person 1 goes down, then gun, what happens? Just see this. Gun comes to 3 because 5 has killed 1. So gun comes to 3. So if gun comes to 3, so person 3 is going to kill person 5, and we are left with the third person. Person at third position is safe. So this number will keep on changing when we change the number of people. Just for your reference, if n is equal to 4, first person will survive. If n is 5, third will survive, and so on. And you can actually form a pattern. You can observe the pattern and see this. So if n were 100, then 73rd person will survive. Friends, please have a look at this slide and tell me what is wrong in it. It is the famous, it's a very, very common algebraic equation. X square minus y square is equal to, this is a formula, x plus y into x minus y. So if x is equal to y, instead of y we put x square, if we put x. So x square minus x square, we are getting at the end 1 is equal to 2. Please tell me what is wrong in this particular slide. Steps look fine. Steps are looking fine. Is it related to BODMAS? I don't think so. It is. Yes, I got the correct answer. X minus x is 0. We cannot cancel 0 on both the sides. So this is the common mistake which children do even when they reach senior classes. So when we are talking of joyful mathematics, so creativity should be at the core of it. Let us look at GeoGebra. How many of you are using GeoGebra? If you are using GeoGebra, please write in the chat box yes. Very good. Good to see so many of you are already using GeoGebra. Those who are not using it, you are really missing out something. Please download GeoGebra. It's freely available. And the version which I am using is GeoGebra Classic 5. And you can make mathematics really interesting for your secondary level students. I'll share my GeoGebra slides with you. Just give me, yes, now you're able to see my slide. There is a circle. And this circle has been cut into various slices. I can increase the number of slices also. Just see, by moving on this slider, I can increase the number of slices. We know that the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. So we are considering half of this. Half you are seeing blue and half you are seeing red. So what would be the circumference of the red part out here? Please write the circumference of red part. I got one answer, half was written. Yes, correct, pi r. Correct, pi r. We are only talking of this figure. We are not taking the diameter into consideration here. Now just see, what we are trying to do is that we are going to unfold this circle. Now see how beautifully this can be unfolded. Just see, I'm doing it slowly. So this circle is getting unfolded out here. So this I am fully unfolding it. After unfolding it, this distance is pi r because half of the circumference, and I can move this up and down. So what this figure becomes, I can have more slices also. The more the number of slices, it will look exactly like a rectangle. So this is a rectangle of length pi r and breadth r. So formula is pi r multiplied by r, pi r square. And you can very nicely show it to the children. They can themselves work on it, unfolding, folding of circle, moving it up and down as they want to do it. I'll share another one. Volume of a cone. We have been teaching our children that volume of a cone is 1/3 of the volume of a cylinder. Now we'll demonstrate it to them. This is a cylinder, and in this cylinder there three marks are there. You can see it has been divided into 3 equal parts. Those markings are there. So we are trying to lift this cone, and just see this. When only 1/3 of this empty cylinder is left, cone is outside. So this can be shifted anyway. Children can toss it, turn it the way they want to do it. If they have to take the cone out of this cylinder, they can do it. If they want to dip it inside, just see, when they put the cone inside, water level rises up, and the whole cone, once the whole cone is inside, it will be up to the brim. Another very interesting, this is, I think it would be something very good as an art integrated project. Pythagorean tree. We teach the children the Pythagoras theorem. Now just see this. We are going to make a Pythagorean tree. So this is an isosceles right angle triangle. Every side there is one square put out here. Earlier we used to teach the children doing these activities using paper. Now on each of these squares, again make triangle. You have to keep the base constant. Don't change the base, because we are trying to make a tree. On the first square, 2 more have been put, and each one of these triangles is following the Pythagoras theorem. Now I'll run it from the beginning. How will the tree look like? So this is how the tree is going to look like, Pythagorean tree. Now suppose it is not an isosceles triangle. It is not 45 degree here. I change the, this is also, now I have changed some degrees. Now see, again Pythagoras theorem is being followed here, because it's a right angle triangle, and on base and perpendicular we are putting more squares. Just see how will the tree look like. So friends, we can make our teaching very, very interesting if we do little bit of effort from our side and think of ways to make mathematics class a joyful one. And when we are doing this, what will happen? These learning outcomes which are mentioned here on this slide, they would be all taken care of. Teacher will actually act as a facilitator rather than a teacher, and children would love to study mathematics. And needless to say that all types of learners will be involved. We don't have to worry about any. Maths may not teach us how to add love or subtract hate, but it gives us hope that every problem has a solution. So, dear friends, that's all from my side. If there are any questions, that can be taken at this stage.
Thank you, ma'am. It was really हमें पता ही नहीं चला. To be very frank, that 1 hour is over, and I was just wondering, कि are we putting it off early? It's really was a wonderful session, and I'm so thankful to my the participants of today. All the principals, teachers, and academicians who are here, you have been an excellent participants, I should say. इतना अच्छा और constant interaction हो रहा था. I think even you people would have really enjoyed, and लगा ही नहीं होगा कि it's been a hour of the session that has gone through. And I think I also learned a lot in the process, and was hoping even we could have got such you know tools when we were studying. Especially that one aspect which I really remembered was बहुत difficult था, that particular question when you have to calculate the length of the train. This is something I think even if at this stage we are still thinking how to measure that when we are teaching our kids. So thank you everyone. But somehow मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है अभी question and answer पे मुझे बहुत कुछ नहीं आया. Either you are not able to use the tool, or या बहुत अच्छा session था. So I don't know, but still, if you have any queries, I'll just take it 2 or 3 queries, immediately. If you, because क्या है chat box पे तो there are a lot of thanks coming in, so if you put any query onto a chat box, it would just pass away in a minute. So if you can still find out and ask on the Q&A section of the WebEx, I would really be there.
Somebody has put a question: is GeoGebra tool helpful in classroom teaching where we don't have smart boards? Sir, these days the teachers are taking classes from home. They are using their mobile phones or their laptop, and they're quite comfortable using GeoGebra, using the mobile phones also. You will only need to practice it for some time.
No, right. Another thing, how can we write without mouse? Somebody, Aniruddha Singh sir is asking.
Sir, these days there are different tools out here. In my school, what we are doing is that we have purchased it because we thought it's going to take a lot of time. So we have bought an interactive tablet which we attach with our laptop, and it works as a whiteboard. Otherwise, if it's, and this costs about 3,000, between 3,000 to 4,000. And if you don't want to use that, you can download whiteboard.
Okay, that was a very good answer, I can say. There were 1 or 2 questions. Somebody was asking about some isosceles triangle ka kuch. I somehow just missed that because there were so many thank yous coming in.
I am only looking at question and answer section.
Okay, so you are getting it on. So ma'am, you take on and please answer them.
Ma'am, this was the only question which was there in question answer. If any question on isosceles is there, please write it again.
You can write it again. They need to be familiar with tools. Yes, in whiteboard space is less in mobile. So mobile, though, I think I have always been telling everyone, is not a place where we can really do some serious interactive sessions or anything. It's my. Can we save image in GeoGebra? Somebody has said.
Yes, sir. You can share it. Save the images out there. But whatever I have shown you, I have saved it and then shown you. And it is like a huge reservoir. If you are good at creating your own GeoGebra projects, it's very good. Otherwise, you can choose as per what your topic is and take it from there and show it to the students. Somebody has asked, can we teach tessellation at primary level using GeoGebra? See, if you are teaching tessellation at primary level, there is no need to use GeoGebra, because at that stage, children, they like to do things with hands. You can use more of art out there, but why not try it? GeoGebra has been very successful at from 8th class onwards. This is my personal experience. Somebody could have a difference of opinion also. See, when somebody has put a question, how can we impart help this? How can it was related to value education, using value education in algebra. See, value education is something you have to think out of the box. Now, when we are teaching, like even in say teaching us topic in science also, light travels in a straight line. Now what value education can you impart at that time while teaching this? But why not say it, light travels in a straight line, so we should always take the right path. We should always speak truth. It is up to you to create stories and use value education. If we are talking of algebra, so you are maybe when we are saying constant and variable, so what always remains constant? So love and care for others, it always remains constant. Or if we are talking of truth, the truth is something that will always remain constant. Honesty is something that will remain constant. What will be variable? If you keep on lying, you'll have to make more stories. So it is up to you, how do you want to put it into your classroom at different levels.
Yes, I think somebody by the name Shashi, just a minute, they have a query which says, can we teach, that you've already taken. Ma'am, please suggest apps suitable for class 1 level kids for concept like missing numbers, even odd, etc.
Ma'am, at class 1 level, if you want certain, we are using Kahoot at this level. You can go in for, there is one site, live worksheets. Go into this site, live worksheets, and you will be getting worksheets, interactive worksheets for every classroom, every subject. Please use these. And when you are using it, for example, there is another one, Tangram puzzle, Desmos activities. There are a lot of them. You will have to explore yourself.
But I think it's really challenging for kids to be given classes in, you can say, in the online medium.
Yes, ma'am. And like I'll ma'am just share, they can take a screenshot of the links which are mentioned out here.
Okay, ma'am.
See, there's just you can take a screenshot of it. For teaching polygons at any level, you can use this. Then live worksheet, as I said, this is there for every class. Just type www.liveworksheets.com. Every subject you will get it. Then another one is IXL, which we are using for, I have written quadrants out here because this particular link connects only to quadrants and axes, but you can try it. Then Desmos can also be used. If you want a lot of fun in the classroom, use this Tangram puzzle.
Oh yes, that's very interesting.
So it is up to you how you want to use it. Any other question?
I don't think There's one more question, just a very, I think one of the last question that we'll take. How can we make question paper on Google Form? It is very difficult to write mathematical symbols. I think this is a problem with a lot of teachers that I have also come across.
See, ma'am, Google Form, you will have to type. See, mathematics teacher will have to learn how from where to get the symbols. There are all the symbols are easily available on Google. You have to search them. Most of them they are there in the fonts only. So you will have to get accustomed to it. And we are at most of the schools are already doing it. Teachers are not finding it difficult. Initially, it will be difficult, but then it becomes quite easy. Only in Google Form it happens that teacher has to do a lot of typing work. Rest symbols, all mathematical symbols are available out there.
They say that Google add-on are available for maths. So probably that is one thing. Easily find in Google Play Store and even in Windows also. Thank you, Sapna ma'am. Thank you. So see, the answers we are getting from there only. That's what I call this. It is we are all into it together. So Sapna ma'am, thank you very much. She says that easily find in Google Play Store and even in Windows also. Somebody else has also said Google Form is very easy to do maths question paper. If you have any other mode that you have used, you can always put down on the chat box and I will try to share it with your colleagues, your friends around. And Preeti ma'am, मैंने शुरू में भी बोला है and I will again repeat, and there are a few more who I think are not attentive in my session or have joined in late. I have said there is no such thing as attendance here, and please, for people like Preeti Bagade and others, I would request you to go and read your circular 32 and you will know these queries. मैं वही बोलती हूँ, stress मत लीजिए आप, चीजें ही नहीं समझ रहे. Attendance is not, we are giving assessment form. So until unless you know what is there and what we are coming from, सिर्फ session आप attend करेंगे तो परेशान हो जाएंगे. ठीक है? There is a link of assessment. Please fill up the link of assessment. And I'm really after more than a year of something that is going on the portal, and there is a method that is there. सबको पता है अभी, फिर भी अगर मुझसे अभी कोई ये पूछ रहा है कि फीडबैक फॉर्म नहीं मिल रहा, तो मैं थोड़ा सा कंसर्न हूँ. थोड़ा सा कंसर्न हूँ और उससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं कह सकती. I am not your teacher or a class teacher or a principal, so I can't even be a little rude to you. I can only say please try to understand, ask each other, ask your friends, क्योंकि एक मेथड है और आई थिंक सबको पता है. मैम आपको पता है तो आप एक बार शेयर कर लीजिए what is the method that we are using on the portal nowadays and what is the sequence of attendance, feedback and certification.
Dear participants, Neeti ma'am had already shared at the beginning कि इनके जो webinars हैं इनमें आपको attendance नहीं fill करनी है और आप प्लीज सर्कुलर वो पढ़िए उसको और आपको 2 दिन के बाद जो है when you go where you had done your registration, you will or you will have to give your feedback there. The attendance will be filled by COE itself.
I think I hope सारा क्लियर हो गया है जिन लोगों को भी ये इश्यूज हैं. बट अगेन मैं हर सेशन में यही पूछती हूँ, मेरा फर्स्ट क्वेरी भी होता है, प्लीज ट्राई टू गो थ्रू सर्कुलर्स, read them. Even if one of you, we are in an era where we are working to WhatsApp and so many other social medias and we are so connected to each other. I remember अगर एक जने को कोई लिंक मिलता है तो it is there with all of you in a moment. So इस तरह के भी अगर कोई queries हैं, try to work it out through your friends and colleagues and such things. You would really enjoy it then. ओके, आई डोंट वांट कि अच्छा सा सेशन अटेंड करके आप उस स्ट्रेस के साथ जाएं कि अरे मैंने अटेंडेंस नहीं भरी, ओ हाउ वुड आई गेट माय सर्टिफिकेट, ओ दिस इज नॉट सो गुड और बैड, फाइन. सो होपफुली you all have enjoyed and I've seen a lot of people saying that they have enjoyed the session and we'll be looking forward to many more sessions with you, ma'am. And as usual, I thoroughly enjoyed your session.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. It's already now 3:45, so we are past 15 minutes our session time, and I'll try to say goodbye to all of you. Be safe, be healthy, and take care of your near and dear ones. Don't worry about the sessions. If you miss out on one session, there are many more that will be there. That is why we have made it so open for all of you. Enjoy it as much as possible. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Niti ma'am, for your support.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.